Hi there, everyone. This is Sean 007 1986. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday and everything. So, yeah, this happened after I did my video talking about, Kotaku defending the FTC from gamers and Republicans. I know it's kind of stupid on their part. I don't know why they're doing this crap, but I don't know. It's really goddamn stupid to be 100% perfectly honest, okay? Well, I just now found out that Sony has finally, quote unquote, bent the knee and actually agreed to the Call of Duty deal with Microsoft. So yeah, I'm reading this right now as we speak. So I'm reading this from The Verge. I know, The Verge is like crazy as hell, but what else? Sony agrees to a Call of Duty deal with Microsoft. The bitter battle over Call of Duty on PlayStation is over as Sony signs a Microsoft deal. Sony has agreed to a deal for Call of Duty with Microsoft to keep the franchise on PlayStation after the proposed Activision Blizzard acquisition. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer said Sony and Microsoft have agreed to a binding agreement to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. It's not immediately clear if this is a 10-year deal like Microsoft has signed with Nintendo and other cloud providers. This ends a bitter battle between the companies that has been waged both privately and publicly over the last year after Microsoft announced its proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard in January of 2022. Brad Smith, from day one of this acquisition, we've been committed to addressing the concerns of regulators, platform and game developers, and consumers. Even after we cross the finish line for this deal approval, we will remain focused to ensure that Call of Duty remains available on all platforms. This deal could be to a 10-year agreement between Microsoft and Nintendo, as well as various deals Microsoft has struck with cloud gaming platforms to bring Call of Duty to rival services, but Microsoft isn't commenting on the terms of the deal right now. Sony had resisted signing a Call of Duty deal with Microsoft after the company's first offer of a 10-year contract in December 2022. Instead, in filings to regulators, Sony has repeatedly maintained that it fears Microsoft could make Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox or even sabotage the PlayStation versions of the game. But let's be real. If the shoe was on the other foot, and then for Sony, who's buying Activision Blizzard, they will probably make Call of Duty a PlayStation exclusive, and these PS5 fanboys will definitely going to act like oh no, they're not a monopoly. And I know a lot of them guys say, no, that's not true. Oh, you know it's true. Searching your feelings, for you know it to be true. Tell me I'm telling lies. But we heard a bombshell email from PlayStation Chief Jim Ryan, who didn't even appear in the FTC versus Microsoft case, mind you, read out in court. Oh wait, he was in court. In court during the FTC versus Microsoft hearing, revealing that he wasn't actually worried about Call of Duty exclusivity and was pretty sure we will continue to see Call of Duty on PlayStation for many years to come. Microsoft's lawyers argue Ryan didn't initially have concern about the deal and had spoken to Xbox chief Phil Spencer to seek assurance about Call of Duty in January 2022. The deal comes after months of discussion and counteroffers over the past 18 months between Microsoft and Sony over the future of Activision content on PlayStation. During the FTC versus Microsoft hearing, it was also revealed that an August 26th email from Microsoft Chief Spencer to PlayStation Chief Ryan included a list of Activision games that would remain on PlayStation, and Ryan wasn't happy. It was not a meaningful list. This list represents a particular selection of older titles that will remain on PlayStation. For example, Overwatch is on there, but Overwatch 2 is not on there, the current version of the game. Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, man, yeah, but given how Overwatch 2 is going right now, I think it'd be wise they bring back Overwatch 1. Just saying. This event clearly led to a breakdown in communications between Spencer and Ryan. Just days after it was said, Spencer told The Verge that Call of Duty would remain on PlayStation for at least several more years beyond the current Sony contract. Ryan wasn't happy about Spencer going public with contract negotiations and said the offer was inadequate on many levels and failed to take account of the impact on our gamers. Ryan also said at the time that he hadn't intended to comment on what I understood to be a private business discussion, but I feel like that need to set a record straight because Phil Spencer brought this into the public forum. Tensions over the fate of his Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal really came to a head when Jim Ryan spoke to Activision CEO Bobby Kotick on February 21st, 2023, the same day Microsoft, Activision, Sony, and others were meeting with the EU regulators. Ryan told the Kotick, "I don't want a new Call of Duty deal. I just want to block your merger." Jim Ryan confirmed the meeting during the testimony in the FTC versus Microsoft hearing. I told him, Bobby Kotick, that I thought the transaction was anti-competitive. I hope that the regulators will do their job and block it. Kotick had apparently wanted to cover himself with an extended Call of Duty deal with Sony, just in case Microsoft transaction didn't go through. Did go through though. Microsoft has always maintained it will keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, arguing it doesn't make financial sense to pull the game for Sony's console. Xbox Chief Spencer tried to settle the argument in November before appearing in court last month and reiterating under the oath that Call of Duty will remain on PlayStation 5. All eyes are now on the regulator situation in the UK after Microsoft's proposed deal was blocked there earlier this year. Microsoft participated in a case management conference at the UK's Competition Appeal Tribunal, CAT, tomorrow, alongside with the CMA. The conference has been called to consider the application made jointly by all parties and adjourn these proceedings pending further discussion between the CMA and Microsoft. Both the CMA and Microsoft agreed earlier this week to pause their legal battles to negotiate how the transaction might be modified in order to address the CMA's cloud gaming concerns. The CMA also warned earlier this week that Microsoft's proposal may lead to a new merger investigation, and that discussions with Microsoft were at the early stage. Despite that, the CMA went on to issue a notice of extension for its overall investigation into the deal, moving the date from a final order from July 18th to August 29th. Microsoft is hoping to close the Activision deal by July 18th deadline, but it is possible to see a small delay to allow for the UK situation to be resolved. So yeah, so after all this tomfoolery coming from Sony and the FTC, I feel like all they had to do. I feel like this was pretty good. I feel like they finally swallowed their pride and just signed the exclusive deal. And like I said, Microsoft, you don't have to trust Microsoft on this one, but Microsoft did give their word. They did say that they will keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. Besides, even in the article, it says it will make zero financial sense to remove it off of PlayStation. And in that statement, Bobby Kotick said that Jim Ryan said he doesn't want a new Call of Duty game. He just want to block the merger. So apparently, Sony was not in good faith in this whole situation. Jim Ryan was not in good faith. He didn't want a new Call of Duty game. He just wanted to make sure that the deal is blocked so that they'll be the ones to own Call of Duty. But like I said, this is nothing more than a goddamn mess. And honestly, Sony just have to take the L on this one. Sony had to take the L. Ryan needs to take the L. Pretty much everyone who was against Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard, they all need to take this L. And like I said, I gotta stop saying like I said. It's going. Besides, I think this deal will benefit all gamers. But you got PlayStation fanboys out here saying, "Oh, this will not benefit gamers. It's only gonna benefit Xbox gamers." Motherfuckers, if this was Sony and they would have bought this shit, you will be singing a different fucking tune. Tell me I'm telling fucking lies. But I want to know what you think on this one. Alright? As always, be sure to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss an update, share it with friends, share it with your neighbors, share it with others, and that's about it. Until next time, this is Sean 007 1986 signing off. Thank you for watching this video. Really means a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later. Peace. Damn. Can't believe Cena lost to Stone Cold Steve Austin, man.